So here I am. I'm at Sutton on Sea today, fishing the beach because everyone keeps telling me that you shouldn't fish the river, but I like to fish, and if I can't get to the beach, the closest place, because I'm landlocked, yeah, no sea around me, closest place for me is the river. So if I want to fish, and I've got to fish, and that's the closest place, but I do like coming to the beach so I can use my other gear. So yeah, I'm at Sutton on Sea today. It is Monday. Bloody hell, bloody phone. It's Monday the 8th of June. Like I said, it's a 7.2 metre tide. We've got a north-west wind blowing, but it's going to north-northeast. But it's not huge. Tide's coming in now. It is 3 o'clock, I think. Gone. Definitely gone. It's 20 minutes past 4. And I'm going to have to move back. I've only just got here. Yeah, 20 past 4. High tide was at 3 o'clock-ish, 20 past 3. So the tide's coming in now. I'll be glad when I get back up there to my gear. As you can see, sorry about the wind, but I'm having to put up with it. I'll try and shield it as best I can. Yeah. Today, I'm using the M Sport Elite Power leader icon rod. It's got a fiberglass tip. It's lovely and smooth to cast, and I've penned it up with, sorry the pun, but with a Pen 525 Mag 3. Mag 3? Yeah, Mag 3. So yeah, I'm going to get this lined up, get the bait on, rig on, bait on, and cast out, and wish me luck. But that tide's coming in, so I'm going to crack on. I ain't one of these that like to get my gear sorted first. I like to show my solidarity to my subscribers. So yeah, I've only brought one rod down here. When I get further up there, I'll get the other rod sorted out, and I'll be fishing 2 rods then. I don't know why I'm looking at the top of my rod, because there's no line up at all rig. Right, what's good here is you've got a lot of these great big scooped out puddles. They're everywhere. So even though they've pumped sand up on this beach, it's going back, and you can see there's clay in there. So we're getting back down to the clay, and there's holes everywhere. I'll show you them as I go up the beach. So there you go. You need to come early, fish here. Well, if I face it this way, you'll get some of the background, won't you, rather than up there. The rod's there fishing. So you should get all of that then, shouldn't you? Should be a good angle, that. So yeah, my excuse for fishing today on a Monday is the fact that I work Saturday, putting all the dispensers and everything up for sanitizer at the school, and so I've come fishing today. It's like the best weather this week, so decided I'd come to the beach. I don't think it's going to rain. It could do, it does forecast it, but it's only a low possibility. Yeah, I've got multiplier rods. I haven't fished multiplier rods properly since I've come back fishing, and I've only just got used to a fixed bill. So yeah, I've had 4 casts on a field in my area where I live, and got on alright. Got them to about 120 yards, which ain't bad, is it? 120 yards, catch a fish at that. But that was on a field with just a weight. I've got a bait on now, and plus I've got heavier weight as well. I've got a Pennell dropper rig on with size 1/0 hooks, brand new hooks, no, size 2/0 hooks, mustard ultra point bass hooks. They're bent, ever so nice. And I've put a full squid on, cut the head off. Oh, I've left the head down there. Sugar, can't waste bait, can you? So yeah, I've got my drag set on my reel. After watching CJ the other day on one of his videos, he obviously didn't set his drags, and they all ended up in the drink. So yeah, got to set your drags. There's my head, squid head. Nothing wrong with that. That's defrosted it anyhow. Can't waste bait, can you? Costs a fortune. So yeah, I've come here because I've been catching bass, quite a few bass and smooth hands. It's been a 17-pound smooth hand caught off the beach, 9-pound bass. I ain't gonna get any of them. Be nice, but you got to be in it to win it, ain't you? So you got to have that bait in. I went fishing the other day, which was literally Saturday. By the time you see this, you'll have seen that, but I've got quite a few videos banked already. I've just gone out crazy and fished, just in case there's another shutdown with this lurgy. So yeah, it just this is going to be weird. Took the line up a little bit. I'll have to reel in and cast out again in a minute. So yeah, so I'm here, Sutton on sea. High tide's at 9 o'clock. 20 past 9, I think. So when the tide comes in, you are fishing in about 2 meters of water. Anyhow, this that great big concrete plinth there, that's underwater anyhow on a 6.7 tide. So if it's underwater at a 6.7, it'll be underwater at a 7.2. So yeah, it must be about 2 meters just over you're fishing in. So yeah, I'm looking forward to today. I've been wanting to come to the beach, and this beach is absolutely empty. Last time I came and fished here, in the previous video at Sutton, there was people walking about all over. But yeah, today it's empty, so perhaps people have got it out of the system to come to the beach. Probably not. So anyhow, there's quite a drag on the line here. It's not ideal weather conditions because of the wind. It was northwest. The wind was blowing, which isn't too bad, but it's gone round to northeast, I think. Not a lot you can do about it. I mean, I've checked all the weather this week, and after tomorrow, Tuesday, is the last sunny day. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's all rain, and the wind goes round to just blowing from the east, which is terrible. So it's not good for catching anyhow. Not when you're on the east coast, it's blowing right in your face. So today was the day. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't do anything about whether the water's coloured or clear. It's a little bit coloured actually, so it should be alright. So it's as it is, isn't it? Today's the day Vernon's fishing, and this is the day I film it, so that's what you're going to see. Hopefully I'm going to catch a fish. I've been and bought more bait. I'll briefly tell you, I've bought some dirty squid, 2 more packs of oiled lug, and I've bought 5 wraps of frozen black lug. I've got more in my bait bag, and I've got more in my van. So I've got ice packs in there. Dad's given me ice packs. He always gives you an ice pack. So hopefully everything's going to be alright today. Got more bait, so I'm all okay. yeah, so I'll be back in a bit when I got more to talk about. Sorry about the wind. Sorry for saying all the time. Don't forget, subscribe, ring that bell for all notifications, and share my videos if you would. That'd be really, I'd be really grateful if you did that. Say that again. Leave a comment and give us a thumbs up, thumbs down. And please view my videos, because it's good if you do. But if you find me boring and you don't, do you? So. But thanks to everyone that subscribed. Thanks to everyone that views my channel. Yeah, well, sand gets everywhere, doesn't it? You've got to be careful when you're filming with sand. Now, is that the tide pulling that, or have I got a great big smoothie on there? Oh, that's great for fishing again. I didn't know whether to come today because I've got some jobs to do, but then I can't get the gear to do the jobs. I've got a painting job to do, but my boss has said to me, or the chap that gives me lots of work, he said there's no rush, so probably a bad thing to say to me. But I'm going to go there tomorrow and paint his downpipes and move that job on a bit more. Got washed off last week, got there, did 3 hours, and it rained, so I had to stop. And then another day when it's raining, another day I've got some ceilings to paint, so I don't just paint. I do quite like painting actually, never used to. Turns your brain to cheese, doesn't it? But when you're getting paid to paint, it's a totally different matter. Totally different. I'm hoping that I ain't gonna have to hope I'm gonna be able to fish 2 rods. So you all know what a Pen 525 Mag 3 is. I wish I hadn't have got these now. They're nice reels, don't get me wrong. Covered in sand. I've got some water back there. I'll wash them off. But yeah, nice reels. Look, obviously they're red, so I lubed them up with red line. I'm a little bit anal like that, but yeah, this rod, it's the leader icon. They're designed in Great Britain, so you'd like to think they're good. But it's the M Sport. They're all M Sports, but this is the Elite Power. They're the Mark II of the leader M Sport, leader M Sports. They're all M Sports. You get the M Sport Sport, the M Sport Elite Power, and the Ultra Power. There's 3 rods. They've now brought out a Mark III because these ones used to break occasionally. This one's been fine, but with the glass tip, it got good bite detection. That really goes at the tip really well. Not that I've had a fish on it, but it does. It will do. And then I bought the next model, which is the Mark III, because you've always got to upgrade. But this one's got Fuji guides on it, and the next one's hasn't got Fuji guides. It's got a different guide, but it's a good guide. That they're certainly better than the Mark I icon rods. They if you drop them, the eyes got damaged. So yeah, I got the Mark II, and I've also got a Mark III. But it'd be nice to get another one of them. So I've got 2 of the same. I knew I'd say that. I knew it'd happen. God, it'd be good if that was a bite. But I've got the drag's not set. Drag's set now. So yeah, fantastic rod. 13 foot 10 it is. I think the tip is luminous at night time. It's 2-piece. I've already dropped it. I'll all wash off. I ain't gonna mark it. Yeah, it's a nice rod. Check if I'm filming. Yeah. And that cast, well, that casts 4 to 7 ounce, that one. If you go for the Ultra Power, that casts 8 ounce. But the rod is a lot stiffer. It's a lot stiffer. So I went for that one. It's middle of the road. Should be able to bend it, which I can, I think. But when my casting gets better, it'll bend more, and I'll send it out further. I just don't like fishing multiplier at the river, and it's because I'm more often at the river, and then obviously I don't get to use it much. So when I come to the beach, I like to try the multipliers. But then I've got continental rods for the beach as well. You can have too much gear, can't you? Don't tell the wife that though, for God's sake. Too much gear, she'll have me selling it. Right, tide's still coming in. The water was, well, you could walk round. The time I got set up, I couldn't walk round the end. But normally, if I'd got here 20 minutes earlier, I'd have been able to walk round, because I'd have got set up, cast out, and walked round. I was going to have a look for some crabs there, see if there's any crabs, but a bit of sea breeze in the air. It's a bit misty. But with water, sea like that, you'd think there'd be a bass in there, wouldn't you? So I'm not using little baits today. I shall make some sausages up, different flavours. and we'll see what's out there. I cast, that was a lovely cast, and it went straight out, which obviously it shouldn't do. I should have aimed it over to the left. If I'd aimed it to the left, I probably wouldn't have cast it properly. That's given me a lot of confidence, that is, doing that. Oh, hang on, let me yeah, looked as though there was a bit of mist on it. Yeah, it gave me a lot of confidence, that did. I'm just going to off the ground cast it all the time, because that's the final part of the cast in the pendulum. I don't particularly want when I swing my pendulum, I can feel it go dunk at the back. When it gets to the back, it goes dunk. So it's not, I don't know if I'm swinging it too hard, too fast, what I'm doing, but doing something wrong. And when I used to do that before, until I got over that, it was a long time ago. Go this way. Yeah. Sometimes the line can get wrapped around your rod, bung your rod up or your eyes. So I don't really want to do that. I just want to, let's get some off the ground cast done. I ain't bothered how far it goes. If I aren't catching fish because I aren't casting at 150 yards, then so be it. But the other fishing session, I cast out 25 yards and pulled in a little codlin. So yes, it was little, yes I know, but it was still a fish. So yeah, Sutton on Sea, just a quick show round. This is the, I think this is an outlet pipe, I'm not sure, I guess it's an outlet pipe. There's a drain back there. So yeah, from there all the way around. The water comes in very fast, which is good, not like Mog's Eye. Then we've got the steep incline of the beach, my gear. We've got all these gullies here. Now this is from water coming out of the embankment of sand. Whether fish come up here or not, I don't know, but like I said earlier, you can see this here is a swept out bit there, like a pool, and there's little bits everywhere, so that might be an attraction for fish. There's more gullies there where the water runs off the banked up beach. So yeah, and then we go round Sutton on Sea down there, and then we've got the sea again, and my beautiful rod, fishing rod. Got me hat on so I don't get sunburnt, and what's that over there for now? Well, I wouldn't say these pen reels are the best reels in the world. They're a very good reel. I haven't had a complaint with it yet. As you've seen before, there is no gaps for the line to get down the spool. That's casted out with the short walk back, 1/3 of the spool. There's 3 markers on the spool, and they are 1/3 of a spool. So there's three markers, they're 1/3. It's 240 meters on a spool, so that's what I'm out, 1/3 of that. That's lost bottom now, that's gone slack. We'll have to see what's on there, won't we? Right, I'm going to carry on fishing. I can't be filming and fishing, I need to get up there. There's a lot of mist coming off the sea. It keeps misting my lens up, so I apologise. But I'll be back in a bit when we've done a bit more fishing. That bloody tide's coming in quick. Look, it's coming there now. I think I'm in a bit of a holler here. It's higher there, and I think there's a holler here. Let's move back up there a bit. Just tightened all the line up there, I think, as well. Doesn't seem to be so much wind up there. I'm sure you're hearing it. Well, I'm glad I come now. I was humming and ahhing because the wind went right. I was really wanting to have a west fish off the beach with a westerly wind. Get out further with my cast if I cast correctly, and it'd just be a little bit better. See, I'm meant to be sorting this reel out and stuff, getting my slack. There's quite a bow in that line, but obviously it's under pressure. So yeah. So I was umming and ahhing about coming, and then daughter was like saying, "Dad, please go," because I was raging at the telly because of the news. Yeah, you got one channel, like their routine is down one path, and another channel's another path, and you have to put talk radio on to get any sense. So and find out different news, because there's so much news going on, and you just get the same bloody news all the time. It's just there's more things in life going on. So I was raging at the telly, and the daughter was saying, "Please go out," because I think she just wanted a quiet day. And she'll be watching Benidorm or something, watching what she wants to watch on telly, which is alright. And I'm here, and I'm chuffed I'm here now. I've been to Duds, I bought some bait, as I said earlier. I bought 5 packets of dirty squid. He gave me a pack of crabs. He'd sold all his crabs, but he phoned the customer up and said, "Can I give 1 pack of your crabs to someone else?" So I've got a pack of crabs off him. I have got some in the freezer, but as many, if you can get more crabs you can get, the better, isn't it? So yeah, I've got a pack of crabs, 2 packs of oiled black lug, 5 packs of frozen black lug, which are in my bait bag. But I couldn't fit it all in my bag. I knew I should have brought another bait bag with ice packs, because I could have chucked everything I didn't want in there, and I'd have been laughing. You've got all, when you got all the gear and you don't bring it and use it, a bit of an idiot, aren't you? So it's in a plastic bag with 4 ice packs in there, and I've wrapped it up in Morrison Hessian bags. Let me just wipe that. And Dad said that because it's vacuum packed, it's all vacuum packed, that even if it defrosts, it still holds it all together and it should be alright. There's ice packs in there to keep it cool, so it ain't going to get to the temperature where it starts cooking itself and then it spoils. So yeah, I've got more bait. It's a lot of money though, isn't it, when you buy 5 packs of squid and 5 packs of lug, plus 2 packs of oiled, a pack of crabs. It comes to a lot of money, doesn't it? Well, it's a lot of money, but when you think of the people that have got to go out there and get them lug and crab and whatever, and then they vacuum pack it, freeze it straight away, and then Dud has to sell it and Dud has to make some money on it, it's not a great deal of money. If you had to go out and get it yourself, if you lived at the coast, it'd be fine, wouldn't it? But I don't live at the coast, I'm inland, so I don't think the wife would like me coming out to the seaside to play on the slot machines, have hot dog and ice cream. And oh, by the way, can I just spend 3 hours pumping lug, and while I'm doing that, can you look for crabs? So you have to buy it, don't you? And everyone gets their cut, and it isn't a great deal. It's just a lot of money if you buy a lot of it all in one go. Anyway, I'm going to sort this rod out and I'll be back in a bit. Well, that was a good cast out for off the ground for me. I released it a little bit early. The only problem is, now we're over this breaker here was sheltering this bit here, and whereas I was holding bottom before quite easily because of that, well, in a breaker it's a pipe that goes out there. Because of that, I've now lost all the benefit of that pipe. So I've got the full power of the tide coming in, and my lines are whipping round just like Trunch Lane. It's a big tide tonight, and it's a big tide tonight. 7.2 as I've said. Just watching them rods, and you've also got this wind, which I don't think the wind is too bad, to be honest, but it's obviously causing more surf. So I cast that over there. My lines are directly over there now, both of them. This one here will be in soon. The only good thing about here is that give it another half an hour. I'm in deep water now. That over there, that pillar with the red bucket on top, as I call it, that's probably 2.5 meters underwater out there. Now I'm just shy of that, but it's irrelevant because I'm now over here and I'm probably in a metre. But fish swim in a metre of water, fish swim in half a metre of water, so you don't have to cast out. As this tide comes in, then I shall get in deeper water and I shan't be casting out so far. I shall literally just be holding it out because of the tide pulling my line round. There's no point in casting out there and it getting dragged round. You might as well just cast out there and hold bottom. It's a shame really, because I was casting off the ground and it was hopefully getting better. Well, it is getting better. Now I'm just going to be lobbing it, so I won't get the feeling of that overhead of the off the ground cast. If you can see this, that post there, in the post is sea defence, so that out pipe. I mean, that was probably about 1.5 meters, was it, off the sand? We've got half a metre of it shown to it. Out there, where that is, which is 20 yards, 25 yards, it's in 1 metre of deep water. So you haven't really got to cast out so far, have you? Knowing with things like that, it actually gives you confidence that you know, think to yourself, well, the water's quite deep, which means there's going to be fish in it, if there's any fish. You know, today might not be a fishing day, or a catching day. So 20 yards out, 25 yards out, I'm in about 1 metre of water. Go out to the red bucket on the post, as you can see out there. It's about 2.5, 3 metres. I'd say 2.5. This water, look, I've just come up the beach. I might as well just take my gear right to the top, hadn't I? Up there. And if I take all this up there and then just move my rod rest up as I come, I can. Now I know that it's 1 metre out there. Look at these lines. Can you see these lines? I might as well just lulled it out, hadn't I? So today was the day I come fishing. It's unfortunate with the wind, but it isn't too bad. It's not like it was the other night at the river, sorry, in the last video. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Move my gear up, and then I'm going to keep watching my rod tips. I'm going to move my gear up, and then I'm just going to literally hull it out there. I don't know what time is now. Well, I can't tell. I'm trying to upload a video. What I'll do, 9:20 high tide. Tom, you're going to have to cut this to sort of like edit the stuff out so it makes me, not bloody hell. I've set the drags on this. Yeah, I need to get my gear up. I'll be back in a bit. battery's nearly out. Looks like we've got one out short and one out long. That's swinging round. Tide's coming in more, so I'm going to move on up the beach. I've got black lug tipped with squid now on the left hand rod, and on the right hand rod I've got a full squid. So I think the only thing that I might be catching today is a bass. I don't think there'll be any smooth hounds. It's a bit rough, and but you never know, do you? And I certainly ain't getting out very far to catch any rays or anything. Got no chance. I think flat calm conditions for smooth hounds and rays, but this is perfect sea state for bass. I'm going to get a big bait on that one, a fresh one, and cast it out short. We'll get one hopefully. It's just a waiting game, and hopefully it'll come to me. The rods are moving because the surf is crashing against the lines. There you go. I hope that saw that. Not saying it was a perfect cast. I'm sure I was doing all this dancing with my legs and stuff, but tiny little bit of another run at the end. But you just pull it back 4 or 5 revolutions on the reel and it's out. At least it went up like that and down. It didn't go low and left. So once I get the feel of doing that off the ground or easy cast, whatever that one is, once I get the feel for that, I can then lay it right out to the side and do a big off the ground, and then progress onto the pendulum cast. I feel now with this lurgy going round, if I come to the beach and it's like this, obviously there's probably not many people there because it's because the microphone's on that side. There might not be many people there because of the wind and stuff. You just get the odd dog walker. So I've had one dog come up to me, little spaniel, give him a good old fuss, and then he went running off. Yeah, look at that, breaking out there, look. That wave there has been coming from right behind the post with a bucket on top. Here it breaks now. Yeah. Well, I better get this weight picked up, rebait it up. Weight seems to be holding a bit better now. I don't know if I'm letting the weight settle a bit before I start reeling in. I don't know. Oh, I've got a bait there, another squid and black lug. And the weight is holding bottom now. Normally it swung round before now. Never mind. It's all good, isn't it? Bit chilly. It'll get cold once that sun's down. I ain't feeling much warmth off that sun now anyhow. So just be back in a bit. I'll get this baited up and tighten my lines up, and then we'll So I've got a rod out short. Yeah, I've got a rod out short. Yeah, I don't know if you heard me then. But I've got a rod out short, probably about 30 yards. And then I've got one out a bit further, probably about 60, 75. mist, sea breeze coming off that sea. Sun's going down. It's been a nice day today, hasn't been too hot. If anything, it's been a bit chilly, but might have to move up the beach. I've moved my trolley up. I might have to move my basket up because I don't think I'll get washed off from where I am now, but there'll be the rogue wave that actually might come up and swamp me. It'd have been nice if the sea weren't so rough and it was smooth and calm like a mill pond. Might have been a chance for a smooth hound. They've been pulling them out. Someone on this coast has got one at £17. I don't care if I get one at £1. Be nice. Dad was telling me that, it's where I get most of my information from, but Dad was telling me that once the smooth hounds come in, they come in to spawn. Same as flatfish do, and same with the dogfish, and then once they've done that, they then disappear and go. You might get the odd little shoal come down occasionally, but once they've come in and done their doings, he said they then sod off. So, for me being inland, I could miss that period when they actually come in, couldn't I? But this is definitely good sea for bass. There might be some bass about. We're now going into dusk, so as soon as the sun goes down, it's a bit darker. There might be the odd bass about. That's what I'm hoping for, really, a bass. I don't think there's much chance of anything else. It'd be nice to get a dogfish. It'd be nice to get smooth hound, but whatever I get, that'll be the first fish I've caught this year, if it's any of them. Bloody tired. Nice being there. The sun is now setting. There's the odd person walking about. There's a kestrel up there, obviously hunting for rodents. Yeah, it's really nice. I think I found a nice spot here. I have seen other people fishing here. So it's not just a case that I've decided to fish here and it's a ropey place. I have seen other people fish here, so unless they were just trying it out and thought, nah, it's crap. not the right tide again. But it's hard work trying to get the tide, no rain, and the wind. It's in the right direction. It's hard work getting all that. And if you was to wait for that time for all parameters to be okay, you possibly would never go fishing. What I'm enjoying is actually using these multipliers because it's a lot calmer. You're reeling it in, lining it on, and you just take your time. You ain't got to worry about getting it up and reeling it in. The last time I came here I brought my fixed bill because I didn't know what it was like out there. I guess it would be all sand. Well, it is all the way along here really. Yeah, I brought the multiplier rods and multiplier. Not swinging it around. I did the first cast I did was a pendulum cast. It went alright, but it went low and left. That's just your timing's out. So if I do it off the ground, take my time, get a feel for it, I can then progress down it. I used to pendulum cast 10-15 years ago. Used to pendulum alright, used to whack it out. Long gap though, isn't it? And then I've just been using fixed bill. Even though I bought them, I've probably had them 6 months. Now I'm gonna be stiff as buggery now, and you're like an old bloody cripple. Oh. So yeah. Sun's setting, and there's not a soul on the beach or in the water. There's no soul. So, as soon as that sun goes down, it's going to get electric here. There's going to be fish jumping out of that water as though they're dolphins. It's just going to come alive. I'm going to have all my baits all ready, so as soon as I get one, I'm casting out again to catch the next one. And it's just going to be relentless. Absolutely relentless. That water's coming up, so you'll have to come along and just keep watching and wait for the ride, because it's going to get shit hot in a bit, absolutely shit hot. I'll be on about my 5th fish and I'm going to be thinking, oh, I'm going home, I've had enough of this, I'm knackered. That's how it's going to be. It's going to be fish, 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 fish. I can't believe it's actually held bottom. The wind's actually died down, I think. It's still there all the time, but it's just slowed down a bit. There's very little weed. Since I've been here, there's been a bit of weed. And last time I come here, there was some weed. But last time, it was like a right fine green, like that green lettuce. Lettuce seaweed or whatever you want to call it, and as soon as it hit me eye and the rod, it just exploded off. Didn't have any problems at all last time. I've had a little bit of weed this time, but it just pulls off easy. So I don't know whether this is quite a good venue for not experience much weed. I doubt it. I expect that it has its moments, but up until now this has probably been the cleanest beach I've fished off for seaweed. So yeah, anyhow, I shall bring you back. No, I won't bring you back. What I'll do is I'll be back in a bit. Ready for that next. You're gonna have to cut that bit, Tom, because that was just too long. Still got some light. The time is, I'm going to get my phone out of my pocket. (21:35). So high tide has been and gone, and it'll start retreating shortly. I doubt my lines will swing the other way. I saw a couple of people turn up and then just disappear. So I went and checked my van, and van was fine. So I moved it from where I'd parked it earlier. I moved it closer to the path, so when I come straight off the path I'm at my van, and couldn't see nobody. And then when I got back here, the reds popped up again, so I don't know what they've been up to, because there's nothing there. Perhaps they've been having some hanky-panky. So, got back, drags are all set, rods are still there. I've got crab out far, about 60-70 yards. It was only an off the ground cast with the weight under the rod. I think some people call it an easy cast. It was easy, but yeah, if I get used to casting like that, it'll be good. I can then progress. I might go out into the garden and start swinging a weight around, just pendulum it, swinging it backwards and forwards to get the feel. I think what you have to do is, when you set into your swinging through for your pendulum, so it's for the return to cast it out, I think you need to start turning and swinging round before the weight has got all the way back and it's swinging backwards. Yeah, I think that's what the situation is. Because then you're in contact with the weight the whole time, aren't you? You know, if you aren't in contact with the weight, you get that bump bump, don't you? That sort of feeling. So that's what I shall concentrate on. From what I've casted today, pendulum, I shall do that. So before the weight gets to the highest part in the arc on the back swing of it, I'll start going into the cast. Now these two rods, you can tell that the closest rod to you is the fiberglass tip, because there's more of a curve in it, a bend in it, than the other one, which is the furthest one, which is a carbon tip, solid carbon. So obviously one's stiffer than the other, and you can see that in the rods. If I was to get a bite on the left hand rod, the rod closest to me, obviously you would see it going quite easy. So I'm looking forward to that, seeing that happen. Yeah, so on the furthest rod away, I've got crab, and on this closer rod I've got black lug and squid, and I've got crab to go out. So we're fishing crab. There ain't going to be any smooth hounds there. Chap I was talking to earlier, he said that it was possibly too rough for smooth hounds, but it has calmed down a lot. Look at the sea now. You can see it has calmed down a bit. The wind's died down as well. It's not gusting as much. There's just whatever wind there is. The gusts have gone. So it's worked out alright really. Weather-wise, it's been okay. Yeah, it's been okay. In the last video, you would have seen me catch a snotty eel, or a green eel, or a silver eel, whatever they are. Oh! Everybody said, what on earth are you doing there, Vern? You're wasting your time. But at least I caught an eel. Some people would say, well, that's not a lot to shout about, but I haven't caught an eel this year. I caught 2 last year, which was my first ever eels I've ever caught. So that's 3 in total. The other ones were silver. This one was green on top, so I don't know if it's different. I'll have to have a look on the internet when I get them sometime and see what types there are. But the weather has improved. Sky is nice and clear. The moon was waning. It's not up yet, so I don't know how much it's waned. I'm pleased I'm not fishing on a full moon. I normally come out and it's a full moon and a blank. It's not looking good at the minute either. But I am covering all options, casting out as far as I can, using multipliers at the minute, which I'm chuffed with. I've got one in close, which went out a little bit further than I wanted. Both lines are now holding bottom. I've been holding bottom for the last 2 or 3 casts. So yes, it's all good. All that's needed is a fish. It's absolutely gorgeous there. I know you might not be able to see much of it because of well, you can, I can see it. Look at that, sun's gone down over there. Sky's absolutely beautiful. And then over there it's like a bluey grey. But soon it'll be dark. It's a bit spooky then. You don't want to look at me, do you? Well, I thought he had a bite on this rod, but I think it's just the waves hitting it. See what's on it. Trying to drag up. These are very satisfying to use, and it's not a case of yanking it in. You've got to reel it on to the spool nice and evenly. Very relaxing. There's nothing on this. Not even, the bait hasn't even been touched. There's 3 sand eels on there and some crab. And a loomy bead that I didn't charge up. Surely there's something out there that would like to eat that. 3 sand eels, elasticated together, and crab. You'd think there'd be something out there chomping at the bit of that, wouldn't you? Still, never mind. That's fishing. Needs cutting off. And I need my scissors, and I'm gonna get them now. Can't wait. Yeah, so it's a shame. I mean, I've used good baits in my opinion. They're good frozen baits. Yes, they aren't fresh rag. I'd like to have some fresh rag. Got to get a bit organised for that though. So what I like to do is I like to cut the elastic all off, so that if anything eats it, it's not going to bugger its intestines up. Do you know what I mean? Make sure you get all your bait off your hooks.
should rinse them really in fresh water, but I don't bother. I think this is enough. Well, let's see if I've got anything on this one. I thought he had a bite on it. I don't think I have. If I had a fish on that, the rod would be a lot heavier than it is. Well, that's fishing, isn't it? Yeah, it's better. I'll stand there as well. Well, that's fishing. Excuse me. Oh, I've got a headache. That's fishing. Nothing on that. I thought it had a bite. It was obviously the waves hitting the rod. But at least I know what a bite looks like on that rod with the fiberglass tip. I've enjoyed using these rods today. The M Sport Elite Power and M Sport Power. Absolutely cracking rods. And I might treat myself to an Elite Power, so I've got 2 of them. And then when the M Sport Powers are reduced in price, I might get double up on them, so I've got one for rougher ground and one for not so rough ground. So yeah, great. Got on well with the reels. Enjoyed using the multipliers. Yes, I didn't pendulum, well I did twice, but and it went out, but it went low and left. But that was a good experience. I've enjoyed it a lot. I shall keep doing off the ground cast with these multiplier reels until I feel confident enough to start swinging it, and then I shall attempt the pendulums all the time. What else is there to say? I haven't caught a fish. It don't matter. It's just the way it is. I've had a great afternoon and evening and night time here. It's been a cracking day. Forget all your troubles and just forget all your troubles, don't you? You do hope for a fish, but they don't come along very often. So thanks for watching. I've said all the like and subscribe and share and all that malarkey. So yeah, thanks for watching if you've got this far. Share the videos, put me out there so that more people see it, and they might like it, they might not. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks to all of you that comment to me all the time. Haven't heard from you, Colin, for a while. Colin the Squid. Hope you're alright, mate, and all is well, because I worry. So thanks for watching, Marky. I know you wouldn't have got this far. My best mate in Yarmouth, but another shout out to you, Marky. Hope everything's well and I hope you're doing alright in your job. So thanks for watching. This is it. This is the end of the video from Sutton on Sea, and I'm going. Well, I'm glad I come now.